everybody for being here tonight. Just want to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Jennifer Cuevas, and I am the coordinator of state and federal programs in Val Verde. So welcome and thank you for being here tonight. We have a great presentation, and we're going to go ahead and get started with a message from our superintendent, Mr. Mike McCormick. He has a very positive message about our district and the LCAP process that I think will get us started in the right direction tonight.
My name is Michael McCormick, Superintendent of the Val Verde Unified School District. It's been an honor to serve this district for nearly 20 years. We're doing some amazing things here. Come with me on a journey as we show you some of the amazing things that are happening in the Val Verde Unified School District.
Ready for the future. I need to be ready. Ready to compete with kids all over the world. I promise you, I can do it if you just give me a chance to show you what I can do.
I want to thank you for participating with us in our town hall meeting or other community input sessions. We want you to know that your voice is being heard. We have something called the Local Control and Accountability Plan, or LCAP document. And I can tell you that from the voices that we've heard in the past, you've asked for a return of elementary music, a return of middle school sports, more opportunities for students to participate in career and technical education programs, more opportunities for foreign languages where we've added American Sign Language and Mandarin. Those have been some really fantastic things. And so in the next several segments of this video, we're going to highlight several programs that have been implemented as a direct result of our LCAP process. I want you to know that your voice is being heard. One of the ways that we like to connect with our community in the Val Verde Unified School District is by publishing our annual infographic. This is a great tool because it shows so many of the different things that were happening around the district in terms of demographics, some of our accolades that we received, and actually our goals for the district. And so we have 4 goals, and those goals have been created through stakeholder engagement. Number 1, college and career readiness. Number 2, parent engagement. Number 3, creating a safe environment for our students. And finally, we really want to maintain our facilities and modernize those, and by the way, that includes technology for us. We are about just shy of 20,000 students in the district, a little over 1,800 employees. We've got a $242 million operating budget. You know, a lot of people don't think about that because we're schools, but actually we're kind of big business in terms of our finances. So I'd invite you to take a look at our infographic. One of the other sections that we have in the infographic is some of our key metrics, how we're doing in graduation rate, how we do in terms of our students completing a course sequence that prepares them for college admittance into the UC system and the Cal State system. I really invite you to take a look at the infographic. You can find that by navigating to our webpage, which is located at www.valverde.edu, and if you click on the top, it says Our District, and then go right down the side, and you will find there our infographic in English and Spanish. I'm so honored to serve with the Board of Education that's passionate about offering a comprehensive experience for our students. We offer a full complement of athletics, performing arts, clubs for our students, drama, band, choir, theater, you name it. And the idea here is that we're engaging with students. So what motivates one student may not motivate another student. But ideally, if we're offering a comprehensive experience for our students, there will be something there that invites students to join us in their learning journey. We are very excited to offer a broad range of athletic programs for our students in the Val Verde Unified School District. These include opportunities for boys and girls and co-educational opportunities as well. And we do this at the high school level and at the middle school level. And we've had some success too. Last year, Citrus Hill High School won the state championship in football. We've had many other teams also competing at CIF level. And here's one of the best parts. A lot of our athletes from our school district have actually gone on, certainly had their college paid for through athletic scholarships, and we even have a handful of professional athletes who came right from here in the Val Verde Unified School District. You know, we listened to our students and our parents in Val Verde, and one of the things that they were really wanting the school district to offer was a full complement of band and choir programs, not only at the high school, but at the middle school and at the elementary level. And so our students are engaging in bands and choirs. They're learning to read music. They're learning to work together. They're also traveling around competing, lots of opportunities to perform. You know, the research suggests that students who are engaged in music will actually do better in school, and so we just couldn't be more excited to offer a really comprehensive performing arts program in the Val Verde Unified School District. The Val Verde Unified School District takes seriously preparing students for the 21st century workforce. The way that materializes in our classrooms is a focus on the 4 C's: creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. Those are the skills that the business community is asking for. And so what does that look like for us? It looks like students, every one of our students with a device. We're one-to-one. So our students come to school, they get a laptop. It's called a Chromebook. It works with Google. And we also have lots of career and technical education classes. One of the programs I'd like to focus on is located at Orange Vista High School. It's our Supply Chain Technology and Logistics program. Here, students are learning how to program the robots that are being used in the distribution centers that you see around our area. At Val Verde High School, we have a film studio called Teen Vision. In fact, we're there today filming this. We also have Val Verde Graphics, where students are learning the skills of screen printing and embroidery. One of the other things that we're doing is having a focus where our students are coding. We've got 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders learning how to code in computer science in our elementary classrooms. And how about this idea? You know, the business community is asking us to produce students who can collaborate. Well, we've had to rethink what our classrooms look like. We've got many of our teachers that are piloting something called flexible seating. And these flexible seating arrangements actually allow students to gather in different areas of the classroom, work together, work in small groups, bring their laptops with them, communicate, work on assignments together. We think that is something that we're very excited about, and of course we want to see those programs scale throughout the district. You know, one of the things you hear about is this idea of globalization. We really want students to know that they're part of a much larger world. One of the ways that we're doing that in Val Verde is with our partnership of Pegasus California School, located in Qingdao, China. This is a fantastic opportunity for our students to exchange ideas with high school students in a different part of the world. We've got some students that are learning Mandarin here. This gives them a great chance to practice. In the future, we'd love to see our students actually exchanging by having some of our Val Verde students go to Pegasus California School and some of our Pegasus California students coming to spend some time, experience the beauty and warmth of each other's cultures. We think this is a great way to expose our students and our employees in Val Verde to the idea that there's many different cultures that we work with, and to help build an appreciation for all cultures around the world. So this is a small start, but we're very excited about our partnership with Pegasus California High School. So the overall goal in education is to prepare students for college and career. One of the amazing programs that we have in the Val Verde Unified School District is called AVID. It's Advancement via Individual Determination. This is a program that teaches students about goal setting, organization, note-taking, summarizing. It's typically been a program that you would only see in high schools. A couple of years ago, it moved down to middle schools, and just this year, we are district-wide with our Avid Elementary program. And let me tell you, the statistics you can't argue with. Our students that are in Avid, 99% of them are graduating from high school. Over 90% of them are going on to college. This is a fabulous opportunity that we're offering our students, and I couldn't be more proud to say that we are Avid district-wide, and as a matter of fact, we have 2 Avid National Demonstration Schools in the district, one at Rancho Verde High School and one at Vista Verde Middle School. We are taking our students on a journey to college and career readiness. We're always looking for ways to recognize our students in the Val Verde Unified School District. And one of the ways we do that is through our valedictorian program. You see, we're a little different from other districts in that every student who earns a 4.0 GPA or greater is recognized as a valedictorian. So we have multiple valedictorians at our comprehensive high schools. And as you drive by those schools, you might notice that there's banners that are up on the street lights. Here we have the students' pictures there, their grade point average, and also where they're going to college. And we think that's a great way to display where our students are going off to the next level of their education for our entire community. So please join me in congratulating all of our valedictorians with their banners that are hanging so proudly up on those streetlights. One of the things we'd like to model for our students is being good stewards of the environment. As such, the Val Verde Unified School District will be installing solar at all 23 of our sites. In fact, as you're driving around the community, you might see some of those solar panels going up in our parking lots. You know, this is a great opportunity for students to learn about alternative energy sources. There'll be monitors inside our schools where students can view how much solar energy is being collected. Our solar project in Val Verde is a way to ensure that our students will have a cleaner, brighter future. You know, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our Board of Education. One of the things that they do is provide direction for our district. And in this case, I'm so proud that I work for a Board of Education that has as its #1 goal for our students in the Val Verde Unified School District that they are reading proficiently by the 3rd grade. You know, one of the things that we really believe in here is that if we can get our students off to a strong start in reading early on, it'll change the trajectory of their educational journey for the rest of their lives. You know, we know it takes a team to make this happen for our students. There's so many folks that are dedicated to preparing our students for a bright future, and that includes the students themselves, our community, our parents, our staff, our teachers. You know, our teachers do such an amazing job every day. Our administrators are out there, our board. You know, we also have 2 cities, the city councils in Paris and Moreno Valley, and we're grateful for their support. We also have 3 police agencies that serve our district, those from Paris, those from Moreno Valley, and those from the unincorporated area of Riverside County. With all of these people dedicated to student achievement, there's no way that our kids can't be a success. Well, thanks for taking that journey with us today. We'd love it if you would stay in touch with the Val Verde Unified School District. You can follow us on all these social media platforms at Val Verde USD. We'd also love for you to check into our website at www.valverde.edu.
So we're going to get started with a little bit more of the details as to how the LCAP works and how it impacts the decisions that are made in this district, and how we'd like to include you as parents in the process of how we utilize and we set forth our goals within the LCAP. There's a visual there that really kind of explains what happens within the LCAP. It's about getting all of the pieces together. A couple of acronyms you're going to hear me talk about tonight are LCFF and LCAP. So as I refer to LCFF, what I'm talking about is the local control funding formula. So this is the actual formula that we are funded as a school district in California. The LCAP is the Local Control Accountability Plan. So that is the plan that we write as a district through multiple levels of stakeholder involvement, and it is how we determine the actions and the services that we provide for our students. So we utilize the funding, we write the plan, and those are the resources that support all of the programs that we do. There are multiple levels in which we are funded through the LCFF. This is kind of a visual. The best way for me is, in my understanding, it's a base, and then we have levels of our concentration and supplemental grants. So before the LCFF is a new way that we are funded in California, and before we were based on base revenue limit funding, and there were 40 plus categorical programs. So we were very specific in categoricals as to how we were supposed to be spending the money. And the other really important piece of this is that our accountability, the way in which we were measured, was separate from our funding. And so with the LCFF, and what you see in the shift is that we now have our LCFF base grant funding, and then on top of that, as the layers as I spoke, are our supplemental and our concentration grants. And so those are meant to serve the highest need students, and that is what really impacts what we do in the district. The plans are developed in unison with the budget, and everything is taken into consideration. The state has its areas of priority for us. So one of them is student achievement. We have student engagement. So achievement, what I mean by that is we have our state assessments, we have our district assessments, and so we have a graduation rates and A through G completion rates. So there's all of these academic measures that determine how our students are achieving in the district. There are engagement measures, and the priority is to keep our students engaged, and we do that through multiple levels. Positive school climate. Another one of our areas of priority is parent involvement. It is really, really important that our parents are involved. This is why we are having this discussion today, because we want to hear from our parents, and they're involved in the process of educating the students. Course access is really important, meaning that students have the opportunity to take the courses they need to be college and career ready. We are also, another one of our priorities is the implementation of the Common Core standards. So we have our standards for English, math, science, and social studies, and so one of our priorities is our actual implementation of those standards. Our basic services that we provide, school climate, and there are other student outcomes. So those are our areas of state priority. The development process for the LCAP specifically, their input and is a significant piece in this, and these are all of the different agencies and organizations within the district that are involved. The school board, you have all of our parent groups, African American Success Committee, the DLAC, ELAC at the local, at the site level, our GATE groups. We also are very involved with the teachers union and our classified staff bargaining unit. They are also part of all of this discussion. Another really key component when you see CTE. CTE is an acronym that stands for Career Technical Education. So beyond being college ready, and how are we utilizing the businesses and the community members to support the CTE pathways that our students are involved in. Transparency is also really another fundamental principle of the LCAP development process. It is incredibly important that as a district, all of the information is available to our community. We do a lot of community meetings to gather the input. District writes the LCAP. There is a process, the community meetings, then to review the LCAP itself. The district will make revisions based on the feedback that we receive. And then in June, we approve the LCAP for the following year. There's a very specific life cycle of the LCAP itself. The document that we have is a 3-year document. So this is an example, this is kind of the timeline of where we're at in the process. Currently in our year, Our biggest action item is to do all of the actions that we set forth and implement what it was that we said we were going to do within our LCAP. We will measure that, and the way that we measure our actions is we actually look at the data from the year before. So 2015-16 data is the way in which we measure the actions that we are implementing. At the end of the year, in June, when we go to adopt, our actions for 2016-17 will fall away, and we will revise our goals and actions based on the progress that we made in 15-16. So it's a continuous improvement cycle that we go through as a district to make sure that what we're doing is actually, or where we are utilizing our funding is actually impacting what the students need and where they are going. 2017, what will happen is we will implement the new actions for that year. You'll measure the progress based on 16-17 and the year before. And again, in June, the actions of 17-18 will fall away, and you will add the goals. In addition, you will add the goals for 2021, and each year you'll add another year's goals within your LCAP process. So it's a revolving 3-year document. And again, you can see we measure each year, and then we make our changes and implement new actions and include that in the goals for the following year at the end. So where are we as a district? Where is Val Verde in this process? So we had, as Mr. McCormick mentioned in the video, we have 4 goals. The first goal is our college and career readiness. So this goal, and the specific goal will possess that the students will have the academic and technical skills required to be successful in their career, a career of their choosing. So this is everything instructionally, academic that we do for our students. And there's a lot that falls under this goal, a lot of actions. Goal 2 is our family engagement and really getting our parents involved in what's happening in our community. And we are committed as a district to continually engage our parents and make sure that they are part of the entire process. Our goal 3 is our positive school climate, making sure that our facilities are safe, that students enjoy being at school, and that they connect with other students and they build positive relationships. Goal 4 is to maintain and modernize those facilities, and that includes our technology infrastructure. So these are some of the specific actions that we have implemented through our LCAP in strengthening the relationship with communities based on organizations and our parents. We have added an additional bilingual staff member at the elementary schools. These are all pieces of the LCAP and what we are funded through. All sites have bilingual clerks. This year we are adding Vista Verde Middle School and Marks Middle School so that every campus in our district has a bilingual clerk in the office. We also have our parent engagement specialist. We have 3 community liaisons. We offer numerous workshops through the Family Engagement Center for parents and families. We also do no-cost fingerprinting. It is one of our requirements in our district that anybody that enters onto our campus to interact with students is fingerprinted. And so we provide that service at no cost. At any time, any one of our family can come down and be fingerprinted at no cost so that they can be part of what's going on at the schools. We also do child supervision for meetings. So that as a parent, when you come to a meeting, you aren't distracted and you are able to actually participate in what's going on. And then your kids are having fun. We also, African American Advisory Councils, and they have been very successful and they follow the model of our DLAC. We also, some of the actions we've done in enriching the experience, educational experience of our students specifically, we've added additional funding for our STEAM, GATE, and AVID programs. So all of our sites have STEAM budgets in which they design their programs to incorporate STEAM experiences for students at their schools. GATE and AVID, huge components, as Mr. McCormick mentioned in the video. Our AVID program district-wide has been an incredible success for our students. We have a STEAM coordinator. His entire responsibility is making sure that STEAM education happens with our students, and so he's very involved in the process of developing these programs. Robotics has been a really big part of a lot of the fun stuff that kids get to do, and then a very educational experience at the same time. 4 elementary music teachers Every elementary school in our district receives a elementary music teacher who's also shared with a couple other sites. This has been an incredible way for students to be engaged with something that they might be passionate about as well. We've purchased additional music instruments so that they all have access to instruments while they're in the program, and including adding more instruments at the middle school level. American Sign Language classes at Citrus Hill and Rancho. This is part of that course access, giving our students an opportunity to take multiple foreign or language courses other than English to meet A through G requirements. And then we've added additional CTE courses also at the high school level. In addition, we also have our dual language immersion classes at Triple Crown Elementary. So we have kindergarten and first grade right now, and then next year we'll be adding our second grade. So we will be adding a cohort group every year till eventually they will be dual language immersion through high school. We purchased Chromebooks and iPads. We are one-to-one with technology in our district. Every student in the classroom has access to a device, and this has been an important part of the actions that we write within our LCAP. Maker spaces. I don't know if anybody's seen the library at Tomas or Vista Verde Middle School. There has been a tremendous overhaul in creating and redesigning the purpose of a library to be a makerspace where students go in and use it to make and create and engineer. We do quite a bit with Saturday School Recovery. This has been a big part of us recouping attendance for students, but they've actually had a lot of fun in the process, and the schools have really designed great programs that students actually want to be at school on Saturday. Our summer school programs for credit recovery, and then Jumpstart also is our traditional bridge from middle to high school and also from elementary to middle school. We've also included in there SAT and PSAT and AP test fees. So we cover the cost of those exams so that our students don't incur that, and it is a necessity for them when applying to colleges, so it really has supported them. Social emotional well-being, we continue to support the Orpheus Bullying Program. We have PBIS initiatives across the district. We have a PBIS coach in at services who is there to support the programs that happen at the school. We have intervention counselors at the high school. We also support the after-school sports program at the middle school, which has been an incredible asset for those students to be able to compete and be part of a team. Counseling therapists that support a lot of our elementary school students. School resource officers, that has been an incredibly important part of the overall social and emotional well-being of our students. School resource officers are full-time sheriffs that are part of our campus, and they really do a great job in supporting the students and providing a safe place for them to be. We have quite a few support employees, so we have an extensive group of employees that are really part of making sure that all these programs happen. There's quite a bit of professional development for our teachers. We have added additional teacher techs, so they support the technology implementation in the classroom. We have math instructional coaches at the high school level. We have a district math coach. We've done quite a bit with professional development for helping and supporting our foster youth in our district. We have Smarter Balance professional development, so that relates to the common assessment that the students take at the end of the year, the state assessment. And then professional development as well for our classified staff. We also have added additional attendance specialists, and they're there to support our students coming to school. So their service is making sure that our students are attending and that we're helping them resolve those issues. Also improving the facilities, a lot of bathroom refurbishing, locker room, additional groundskeeping and custodian. He mentioned in the video as well our solar improvements that have been happening on our campuses. All right, so a little bit of data, just to kind of show where we're at as a district. This data is a snapshot of ADA, and it's really important as I show you these pieces because I'm going to show you a little bit with the funding levels for ADA. But you can see the blue is our current year and how much we are increasing with our attendance for our students. So our average daily attendance is going up quite a bit Not only does this affect the students because they're actually in school where we would like them to be, but it is supporting the district to make sure that we receive our full funding. And again, year to date, so a whole year. Family Engagement Center. Our Family Engagement Center has been an incredibly important element of how we communicate with our families and how we support them. And so here's just some statistics as to what our Family Engagement Center has been able to do over the last couple of years. And as you can see, we're almost at 3,000 even just for this year currently. And so it looks like we're going to surpass our goal of the total number of visitors to the Family Engagement Center, and then some. Different classes that we have offered, anywhere from parenting classes to cooking for healthier families. There's been quite a few classes that have been offered for our parents. So funding. So this is the funding. So our funding for our base grant, which is the bottom layer of the way in which we receive funding through the LCFF, has a breakdown specific for grade span. And as you can see, in 2016 to 2017, we're seeing a slight increase in where we're funded per grade span based on the base grant. So just the bottom layer. When the LCFF was enacted almost 5 years ago, the full implementation of that formula was supposed to be fully implemented by 2020, 2021. That's difficult to say, actually. Those years span. And at full funding, we will be at 46 million. So that is where our supplemental and concentration for our LCFF will be in that year. And every year we've grown closer to closing that gap because since we haven't been fully funded at that 46 million. So last year there was a 49% closure in the gap, which equated to about $7 million. This next year we're going to see about 24% in our gap closure, which will mean an additional $1.8 million. So we're getting closer to being fully implemented in our funding formula. Over the course of our supplemental and concentration grants through the LCFF, this has been our progress and what we've received. $15 million in the first year, $32 million. The current year that we're sitting in is $39 million, and for next year it will be $41 million. And all of the programs that I've discussed and those meeting our goals, that is how those dollars are what is directly funding all of those programs. This chart really represents how the ADA funding formula has been very volatile over the last couple of years, and you can see some big upswings and some big downturns. But in the dark blue part of this, you can see we have stabilized a little bit more, and then there hasn't been a significant change. So we're really stabilizing with where we're funded through ADA. So now some statistics really on kind of where we're at in our achievement and our accountability component of it. So our data, the most current that we have is actually for the years 13-14. So our data for 14-15 has not fully been released, and we are missing some components of it. But what I want to point out is how much we have grown over the span of the last couple of years. And how much in this specific slide with grad rate, where we're at compared to Riverside and the state of California. So the whole county versus where we're at. And you'll see in almost all of these slides that there are way more areas of celebration than anything else. So these are our grad rates based on our student groups. So our Hispanic students, our EL, and some of our students with disabilities. Our dropout rate, which is the reverse. Again, for our specific student groups. Our student reclassification rate from English to proficient, fluent English proficient. And again, if you look at where we're at in the most recent year, the dark blue, compared to Riverside County and the state of California. A through G completion rate is another significant indicator of where we're at. This is, A through G courses are the courses that students are required to take to be qualified to apply for CSUs and UC colleges in California. And so our students are very high, much higher than where we compare to other districts in Riverside County, and we are right in line with where the rest of the state of California is. And again, for our student groups, our specific student groups, you can see the dark yellow line. There has been tremendous growth over the last 4 years. The EAP is, so not only is it important for us to make sure that our students have access to A through G courses to be able to apply, but we want them to, once they get accepted to college, place into college level English and math classes. So this indicator there, their state test actually places them to be ready for college courses when they get to the university level. And so you can see we've seen growth as a district, and we are also right in line with where Riverside and the state is for our English language arts assessment. So our students are placing into college level English courses when they get there, and they're not having to take remediated courses. Again, by our student groups. And then here's where we're at with math. I would say that this is a big area of growth. And when you saw in one of the other slides, we talked about at the high school level, we have math instructional coaches. So those are teachers who are released from the classroom to support the instruction of mathematics. So we are really trying to tackle this goal of seeing this improve. And I know that there was growth in 15, 16. And again, by our subgroups, CTE completion in the pathway, you can see where we compare to the rest of California. We are doing a great job making sure that our students complete, and they are completers within the CTE pathway. And again, by subgroup, our student group. Our suspension rate, so this is one of the graphs that you want to see go down. We don't want it to go up. And you can see that we've been making progress in reducing the suspension rate. This directly relates to our goal of positive school climate, because we are working to support our students in learning how to behave and how to interact in a positive way. So it's beyond the academics. It's about their social skills with each other. And then you can see where we compare to Riverside County and the state of California. And then again, with our student groups. And then our expulsion rate. So one of the things I do want to mention, there is a survey for parents. If you have an email that is linked to your student's profile, and you receive those emails either through the Family Engagement Center, you will be getting an email out that says, please complete this survey. It provides more details as to what you feel has been really great elements of what we do for students, and then areas that you would like to see maybe some changes or suggestions that you have. So please look for that survey. And then, do you have any questions?